What's good, fam? It's Marty here from the A Life. Now for today, let's go through a strong and mobile hip flow. So we're going to be started onto the ground, so come along and join me. Now, if you find sitting on the ground a little bit too difficult, uncomfortable in your hips, this is where you're going to grab anything to elevate your hips, such as we can use this yoga bolster. Sit on it to elevate your hips. If you find sitting on the floor a little bit too uncomfortable when we're in these positions, okay, go ahead and get them ready. We're going to start in this position here, in the 90-90 position. We'll start with the right leg in front, placing your left hand onto your left hip, just to move the hips a little bit. We're going to go forward and back, going into internal and external rotation of the hips. Moving forward and back. Let's go 10 times like this. For 1 and 2. You might feel a little bit of a crackling sensation in your hips if this is your first movement for the day. 10 times. Slowly and controlled. I believe that's 8. And back for 9. And back for 10. And back. We go over to the other side. Right side now. We go forward and back. 1 and back for 2 and back for 4 and back. See if you can keep those hips at a 90-degree angle. For 7, roll them in and out. For 8, and out. 9, out. And for 10, and back. Staying in this position here, we're just going to go through some internal rotation of the leg that's on the back. So in this case, it's going to be the right leg. You may need to lean forward slightly or over to the slide a bit more, or the side, sorry, a bit more, to make this a little bit more doable for you, depending on where your range is at the moment. So I'm going to go into my elbow to lift up that foot. So internally rotating that leg, lifting that foot up. The more upright you are, the more difficult this may be. And down. Let's go 10 times as well. For 4. And try not to move anything else. You find the level where you're at, and we don't want to get the movement by leaning forward. Everything else stays still. It's just that foot coming up, even if it's just a little bit of a movement. We're not looking for the biggest movement here. We're just finding the range that we can lift that foot up. Making the hip work. 10 times. Once you've done your 10, we go over back to the other side. Left leg now. Knee comes in. Left foot up and down. Without moving anything else. 4. 5. 6. 7. For 8. For 9. And for 10. Let's find our straddle position here. Now from here we're going to lift up one leg at a time. It really depends on where your range is in your straddle. If it's this close, we'll work with that range, but find the range as wide as you can, keeping our back up straight. So again, if you find that you're going to be sitting on the floor and your back is rounded, elevate your hips up with a block or a pillow. From here, one leg at a time, we go up and down. 2 and down. 10 times all up. You want to be able to get the movement without having to lean your back backwards to get that leg up. So stabilizing your back, one leg at a time. For 3, 10 times all up. For 4, for 5, for 6, up with control and down with control for 7, for 8, for 9, and for 10. Now from here, let's bring one leg in just to make it a little bit easier for everybody. Facing you from the front here, we lift up that right leg. We keep it up and we draw small circles 10 times. For 1, keep your back upright, or at least try not to lean back. Keeping still everywhere else, but your right leg moving. 10 circles in one direction. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 the other way. Keep it up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it down, give a bit of a shake. If you do cramp up, it just means your body's not used to it. So just give a bit of a shake it out, and we move over to the other side. Now you can keep your opposite leg by your chest, over and down like this. If you want to challenge it a little bit more, keep it out in the straddle. Left leg comes up now. Same thing, 10 circles in each direction. Bringing it up, keeping your body still for 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 the other way for 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Give it a bit of a shake. It does help to have that toe pointed to be able to bring that leg up. Okay, from here, let's make our way up into our kneeling position here. Now from here, starting with the right leg back, find a stance that you know that can work from you. From here, we press even weight through the front leg and the back leg to come up. We hinge forward, feeling that in the hamstring of the front leg. We come back up, keeping the back up straight, come back down and up. Want to do that 10 times all up, keeping the back straight. So we don't want something like this to happen where we're rounding our back and we're coming down like this. Keep your back as straight as you can. You only hinge forward to as far as you can maintain that straight back. So no point in hinging like this with our back rounded. Keep that back straight. We hinge forward for 1. Drop that back knee down. Even weight through both feet to come back up for 2. The straighter your knee is on the front leg, the more you will feel this in your hamstring and the more difficult it will be. And down. See if you can keep your chest upright as you sink that knee down for 5. Slowly and controlled. And up for 6. Hinging forward. For 8. Hinge forward and up. For 9. And up. Hinge forward. 1 more. For 10. Sink that back leg down, switching sides this time. So same thing, chest as upright as you can. Slight bend in the front leg. Hinge forward for 1. Back knee down. 2. And down. Keep that chest up. For 3. And find a stance that you know you can maintain good balance in. So even if it needs to be a bit wider, let that be the case. And down. For 8, keep that chest up. And down. For 9, down. And 10, and down. Great work. Finding a wide stance here. We're going into our hip hinges. So find the widest stance, even if it's this far, totally fine. Same thing. We're going to keep our back straight, toes pointed out diagonally. Same thing. We're just hinging with both legs, and see if you can stop your hips from going too far back. See if you can keep your knees as straight as you can as you hinge forward 10 times. For 2. For 3. For 4. You can even have your hands forward, and same thing, you hinge forward to as far as you can maintain that straight back. We don't go any further if we round out our back. 10 times all up. One last time here for me. Okay, still maintaining in this wide stance here. We're going to keep the left leg straight. We drop onto our right side. Maybe we can hinge forward and bring our hands down. Move over to the left side. Hands come off. Bring them back down. Over to the other side. Bring your hands off, chest up. And moving over. 10 times all up. If you could do it without the hands, even better. We're just maintaining our hips as low as we can with as minimal shift with as minimal hinge. So we're going to go 10 all up. See if you can stay as low as you can. Hands forward if you're not going to bring the hands down or over your chest. 10 times all up. Okay, would have done at least 10 by now. You can bring your hands down, make your way down to the ground. Good work. Okay, let's find our lunge position here just to finish off with a couple of stretches real quickly. We keep our tail tucked, sinking our weight forward, and keep that tuck in your tail as much as you can so you can feel on the left side of your hips. Slow, deep breaths. About 3 or 5 breaths. We go over now to our runner stretch, so bring those hips back. Front leg goes straight. Pressing the heel into the ground. Same thing, 3 to 5 slow, deep breaths. Doesn't matter if your back rounds, it's all about breathing, slowing down for this one. Switch over to the other side, so left leg now in front, tail tucked, hinging our hips forward. Same thing, 3 to 5 slow, deep breaths. This is just a quick session, fam. In our main classes, we want to do mobility work for at least half an hour. 20 minutes, half an hour, just a short 7-minute, 5-minute stretch after a huge lifting session or exercise session just is not enough. Into our runner stretch, sinking that left heel into the ground. Okay, when you're ready, find your seated position. I'm going to keep the left leg out. From here, right hand reaches over to the left foot. And your left hand is going to be on the left leg wherever you can reach. Side bending over to your left side. So whatever feels doable and good to you. You can have that leg bent if you need, hips elevated, whatever you need to do to make this stretch, this finisher, more comfortable to you. Same thing, 3 to 5 slow, deep breaths. We go over to the other side to finish. You'll find that maybe one side, it's very common that for one side to be just a little bit more stronger and mobile than the other. All right, fam. That's practically, well, that is it for today's flow. Do let us know how that went for you. Leave us a comment. Remember to like, share, subscribe if you liked any of our videos. Let us know how you went, so that way we can keep going and taking out more videos like this to you. All right, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. Have a great day. See ya.